What's up, besties? This is not gonna be a vlog, but I need to start it as a vlog because I'm trying to set up my life right now. I'm trying to find a spot where I can sit while I'm supervising Nolibe at the same time and filming this video. That's just how my life is set up. Anyway, today I wanted to... Hi! Hello, pumpkin. This little dumpling is officially 3 months old. I cannot believe that we have been through 3 months already with her. And yet here we are. She's 3 months old. She is starting to make cooing noises and she's more alert. She's balancing her neck very well. It's all the fun stuff. It's incredible. With that being said, I figured I might as well quickly share with you guys my top baby must-haves, especially for 0 to 3 months. I think I filmed a video like this when Peanut was still a baby, but it was for 3 to 6 months. But since Nolibe is 3 months old, provided we've only been with her at home for 2 months, because the first month was in the NICU, I've had a few good solid products that we used on a daily basis from the day she came home up till today. So I wanted to share that with you guys so that you're prepared, so that you know what to buy, what to look out for, and all of that fun stuff. This also includes the stuff that we used while she was in the NICU. I'm obviously not going to be mentioning the obvious things like jumpsuits or clothes, because I mean, you know, your baby needs to be dressed. I'm going to be talking about essentials, things that you will barely survive without. Let's dive right into it.
Each time I make a memory, then I'll try to make it with you.
So sorry. Hello, big girl. You've grown so much. I'm the tiny little pretty baby. Yeah. To the big girl that you are today. Believe me when I said I have had to stop this video, get Nolibe to sleep, who's sleeping right here, gather all the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys right now, and grab a nice cup of coffee while I'm at it. Actually, Javi made me that, so I'm not taking his credit away from him, but man, this is so good. And yes, I like my coffee creamier than darker. Like, I don't like bitter coffee. We just got these coffee beans. It's Costa Rican coffee beans, and the medium roast is amazing. They're from Woodley's. They are amazing. So anyway, back to the video. I'm here to share with you guys, like I said, baby must-haves from 0 to 3 months. If I feel like it's an optional need, I will also say that. And my battery is flashing. Am I gonna finish this video? Let me go change that battery. Hold on. From the minute you have your baby, the very next day, if not the very next hour, or however long it takes for you to change the next nappy, you are gonna need baby wipes. These are the wipes that we are loving so far with Nolibe. We have used these literally from day one, interchanging them with the Johnson's Cotton Touch as well. We generally go for sensitive. I would advise you to buy sensitive as well, because baby skins tend to be a little bit more sensitive than toddlers and older kids. These ones are 99% water blended with organic cotton. Whether or not it's organic, honestly, it doesn't bother me. As long as they're soft on the baby's butt and they wipe the baby's butt, that's all that matters to me. Surgical Spirit. This is the regular one that we bought from Clicks. This you're gonna need for the baby's umbilical cord or the baby's belly button. For every nappy change, you're gonna have to sort of go around baby's umbilical cord or now belly button to make sure that you put on the Surgical Spirit so that it can dry quicker and fall off quicker. Another alternative to Surgical Spirit is wax and powder. We used wax and powder with Cables of Bunny, and I did not like that. It did the job, but the challenge was cleaning it up, and when it's powder, the powder sort of stays in there. This goes together with these cotton butts. I like to use the pointy ones because you're able to reach onto the side all around the baby's belly button area without like freaking out or having to open it too much to try and insert like a bigger cloth or whatever it is that you're going to be using. These work like magic, and you just dip it into the Surgical Spirit and then you go ahead and do it all around baby's belly button area. Another thing you can use as an alternative is cotton wool, so you might want to keep that in mind. A moisturizer. By default, we went ahead and bought the Epimax Baby and Junior just because it is more for sensitive skin and mostly for like newborn babies and all of that fun stuff. It's hypoallergenic and fragrance and colorant free, which is really nice. You probably can't even see it, but that's what it looks like inside. Nothing to write home about, except it works really well. Another thing that I really love with this is that you can use it as soap. So when I give her a bath, to avoid using all the other scented products for bath time, I normally just lather her up with this Baby and Junior cream by Epimax, and then I put her in the bathtub and I basically just rinse her up, and then I yank her out of the water and obviously moisturize her with this before I get her dressed. It's like a 2-in-1 kind of thing, which has been incredible. It says here it is for all types of skin and dry conditions, including eczema and psoriasis, and then it says can be used as a soap substitute, which is what I just explained to you guys. You want to be extra careful because it tends to be a bit slippery. You don't want your baby slipping and falling everywhere. Please don't. Be careful, please. Speaking of bath time, you might want to also get like a hooded towel that you can use with baby for bath time. The whole reason why you need a hooded towel, even though any other regular towel would work, is the fact that this one with the hood, you can cover the baby's head after you wash the baby's head in the bathtub or over the basin. This is an optional must-have, but I totally recommend this to every single parent that I've talked to, that I have met. This stuff is amazing. It helps baby sleep so nicely. It has got a real heartbeat as well as breathing motions. They literally recorded it from a person. It's soothing. Even I have gotten used to it because we co-sleeping with Nolly Bear. She is in our bedroom effectively, and on the day that I kind of sort of forget to put it on, I always struggle to fall asleep, and then I end up waking up to put it on, and then I go back to sleep really well. She does the same thing too. It's incredible, and it works also as a sort of like a security thing. When we leave the house, we take it with. When we go someplace that's unfamiliar, we take it with because it's got that familiar scent for one, and it's got that familiar sound that she knows. With Peanut, on the other hand, we use it as a nap time, bedtime thing. Whenever the Lula doll goes on, he knows that it's time to sleep. He doesn't even fight it. He basically will just cuddle it up and go to sleep. It's been just incredible. This I would absolutely recommend, even though it's an optional must-have if you don't have the money for it. But if you have the money for it, I completely recommend that you try this out. Burp cloths. Babies sometimes drink milk and spit up their milk a little bit. This one we got from Little Milk Lovers on Instagram. It is also personalized. It's got Nolly Bear's name, Bonolo Mahladzi. I love that it's got a towel material right here in the back, so that it absorbs really well all of that spit up. Mr. Price also has a few. These are the ones that we used with Peanut. The only thing I don't like with Mr. Price ones is that they're a bit thinner, so they don't necessarily cover your whole shoulder. Like, you can tell the difference. Whereas when you put this one right over here, your whole shoulder is covered, so even if baby's head is facing that way and they spit up and it goes this way, it will still be covered by the burp cloth. Whereas with this one, you have to sort of position it in a really weird way, or make sure baby's head is like on the burp cloth, otherwise all the vomit is going to go on you. These also work fantastic when you have guests over, because no guest want to come visit your house. Even though they are dying to see your baby, they don't want to be covered in spit up and throw up. So these work amazing when you have guests, and also because you don't know what soap or detergent your guests are using. They might be a bit too harsh on your baby's skin, especially because the baby is going to be lying on your guest's shoulder. So putting a burp cloth that has got your own detergent and fabric softener and smells like home will reduce the risk of having any allergic reaction to things you know nothing about. You don't have to buy like a billion and one. Some babies don't spit up a lot, so you might want to buy maybe 1 pack of 3 from Mr. Price Home and see if you're gonna need that. But even if you don't need it for the spit up, you will use it for the drool and other things that babies do with their mouth. Always also recommend is getting a baby carrier. Guys, this is life-changing. This one is by the brand Nunu Pie, and I absolutely adore it. It is super stretchy, mega comfortable. I love that it gives your hands freedom, so you can carry your baby and still be able to move around and eat and cook and do whatever you want, which is what I'm all for. And you can use this from literally day one. You don't have to wait until baby's a certain age before you use it. Another thing that has been a complete lifesaver, but is also an optional must-have, is baby dummies. This is a completely new thing for me. This one is by the brand Nook, and I really love that. 92% of parents say it didn't create any nipple confusion, and I can absolutely testify to that because we've never had any issues. Nolly Bear's taken this like a champ, and it comes with this little container that you can use to sterilize your dummies or to store them. So far I use it to store them. You can sterilize in the microwave with this. You basically just pop your dummy in there like that with a little bit of water right here in the bottom. You close it up and you stick it in the microwave and let it go around for about 2 minutes, and then just let it sit in there so the steam can do its magic, and it's basically sterilized a baby gym. You're not necessarily going to use it from day one purely because baby's still tiny at the time, but as soon as you start doing tummy time, a baby gym would be a great thing to use. Majority of the baby gyms have toys that can sort of encourage baby to want to lift up their head so that they can see what toy is in front of them or on the side. You can also use the baby gym to buy yourself, even if it's just 15 minutes of going to the bathroom or taking a quick shower while you put the baby in the baby gym. It also encourages her to like reach up with her hands, which I really love. Another optional must have is a breast pump, especially if you're going to be breastfeeding and you're planning on storing your milk. We've been using this Nook Nature Sense electric breast pump, and it's simply amazing. I used this with Peanut and I'm using it again with Nolly Bear. I actually used this while Bonolo was in the hospital in the NICU, and I was able to pump so much milk. I filled up like 2 layers in our freezer. You guys have seen me use this multiple times. It has got 4 different speed settings, 4 different suction pressure settings. You can sort of set your memory, so you can basically put it on press memory and your all systems go. Another thing that you're going to be needing from day one, because some babies are born with really long nails, is a nail clipper. Even though it is terrifying to cut a baby's nails, normally they have it in like a little set where it's a clipper and scissors and I think a brush, a hairbrush or something. So try and get that. Some people might say it's an optional essential, but for me it's a must-have essential, and I'm talking about a sleeping pod. Especially if you're going to be considering co-sleeping, or if you're going to be needing baby to hang out with you on the couch. If you have other children, you need a sleeping pod. It will save you so much trouble. You don't have to worry about the baby rolling out of the bed. You don't have to worry about your kids accidentally sleeping on your baby or sitting on your baby, because there's a sleeping pod right there. They will know that the baby is in there. She's sleeping on the sleeping pod for nap time. Move around the house with a sleeping pod instead of like dragging her co-sleeper everywhere we go. So sleeping pod is a complete lifesaver. And then of course there are bath time essentials. You might look into your Baby Doves or your Johnsons like body and wash, as well as their lotions. I honestly don't use their lotions because they are thin. I feel like they're too thin to moisturize a baby's skin, and baby skin lose moisture so quickly and so fast that you need something thicker and something stronger. And that's why petroleum jelly is always like a go-to. But because Nolly Bear, funny enough, is also allergic to petroleum jelly, we have to use Epimax Baby and Junior cream. So if your baby is not allergic to petroleum jelly, I would recommend using that, either Baby Dove or Johnson's, depending on which brand you love. And then of course there are other obvious ones like your car seat that you're gonna need to leave the hospital, depending on which hospital you go to. A stroller, if you are one of those moms who cannot stand being inside the house and you want to go outside as soon as you can, a stroller is a really great place to start. However, if you have that baby carrier that I showed you, the Nunu Pai, you don't need a stroller because you can just hold your baby and go on a walk. You don't even feel the weight. It distributes the weight evenly so perfectly that you don't have to, like, your back doesn't hurt, your shoulders don't hurt. It just feels amazing. So you can either get a stroller or get the baby carrier. I would recommend getting a baby carrier because it's much cheaper than getting a stroller. And then once you have figured out, or you now know that you actively want to go outside, you want to go for a run, you want to do whatever outside with the baby, then invest in buying a stroller. I find that more than half the time we throw money on buying things we think we're gonna need, and we buy things that we never need. So buy the bare minimum that can give you what you want to do, to make sure that you actually want to do that before you invest in something that's expensive for the exact same purpose. If you have 20 grand to splurge on buying a stroller, I recommend buying a stockiest stroller because it's amazing. It's incredible. So yeah, that's basically all of my baby must-haves for 0 to 3 months. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. And until then, we'll catch you besties on the next video. Bye besties.
Tonight we're running on the right track.